Daenerys seems to be going through some serious drama, which is fair because she just got sold the horse barbarians and everything, but Jorah Mormont of Bear Island says she needs to eat something. Unfortunately, the only thing they got to eat is horse meat. Go figure. Tyrion Lannister, brother of the Queen, tells his nephew and Crown Prince Joffrey Baratheon to offer his condolences to the Starks for their son who mysteriously fell from a tower the other day. Joffrey doesn't want to because sympathy makes him look soft and he's far too cool for that. Then Tyrion smacks the shit out of him. Then he does it 2 more times. God, that's satisfying. Afterwards, Tyrion heads to a dinner with his siblings where the topic of Bran's misfortunate accident crops up, and Tyrion informs them that the doctor priest says Bran may actually live. Queen Cersei and her brother Jaime exchange a silent, "Oh god, oh fuck," before rapidly changing to a new topic. New topic, Tyrion is heading to that ice wall, just to see it. As it turns out, so is Jon, and while he's still here, he's having a rapier made. He heads off and gives the sword to his youngest half-sister, Arya, as a parting gift, but he tells her that all the best swords have names. Arya decides to call her sword Needle, as a callback to how she doesn't like embroidery. Very cool, Arya. Jon continues on his path of saying goodbye. Next he goes to Bran, and his stepmom Catelyn is super mean about it, but I don't think stepmom is an accurate term, cause she goes into how she was already married to Ned, and then Ned just brought Jon back, and I don't know what to call their relationship. I'll figure it out later. Jon finally says goodbye to his brother, Robb, and notably does not say goodbye to his eldest sister, and then him and his father have a conversation where Ned promises to tell Jon all about his mother the next time they see each other. He'd tell him right now if he could, but genuinely he does not have the time to get into that right now. Ned, having just accepted Bobby B's offer of becoming Hand of the King, takes off for King's Landing with the others. They stop for some brews and a chat, and Bobby B reaffirms that he wishes to slay every single living Targaryen, which includes Daenerys, even though she's an actual ocean away. During his trip up north, Jon's excitement to join the Night's Watch is immediately dissipated when he sees the other people coming with him to join are convicted criminals who chose only to go there because it's slightly better than being castrated. Him and Tyrion have a conversation about how they're both embarrassments to their family and decide to get wine drunk to feel better about it. Back in Winterfell, Robb tells his mother that while it's great that she's watching Bran in his 24/7 comatose, she has 4 other kids to be a parent to, one of which is 6 years old, and he's been wandering around parentless for days. Then he sees a fire out the window and takes off to handle it. After he leaves, an assassin comes for Bran, and Catelyn defends him as best she can until Bran's direwolf interferes and turns the assassin into a chew toy. Daenerys, now queen of the horse people, is being pampered and having some girl talk about dragons or whatever, and one of the girls says that she was working at a pleasure house when she heard the moon was a dragon egg. Daenerys ignores that shit, cause it's stupid as fuck, but asks her, as a former courtesan, if she could teach Daenerys how to be better at that sort of thing, to which the handmaiden agrees. In Winterfell, Cat is curious about the whole assassin thing and goes to inspect the tower that Bran fell from, as he notoriously does not fall from things when climbing. At the top of the tower, she finds a mysterious strand of long golden hair. She then tells the inner circle her findings, and they theorize that the Lannisters are behind it. This theory is bolstered by the fact that the blade the lowly killer used was way too nice for a man like him, being made of the highest quality materials available. They decide Ned needs to know about this shit, so Cat is gonna head to King's Landing herself, accompanied by this guy with cool beard. Daenerys and the handmaiden do that thing I said they were gonna do, and it seems to have paid off. Hooray. Back to Ned, who still hasn't arrived because it takes an actual month to get to King's Landing. Joffrey makes his first move on Sansa Stark, entirely independent of their father's plans to arrange their marriage. On their romantic walk, they run into Arya playfighting with her peasant friend, and Joffrey takes this as an opportunity to flex for Sansa by cutting the boy's cheek. Arya stands up for him, but Joffrey has a fucking sword, so he wins. Before Arya can be killed, her direwolf shows up and fucks Joffrey's wrist up real bad. Arya runs away with her wolf and then tells the wolf to kick rocks so it doesn't get slain for protecting her. Later that night, the men go searching for her because she still hasn't returned. Turns out the Lannisters found her and are holding a little trial type thing. Since Joffrey and Arya's stories aren't lining up, Bobby B calls Sansa in to break the tie, but Sansa claims she didn't see shit. Fucking Sansa. Since kids will be kids, they decide to just let the parents individually handle it, but the wolf has to die. Seeing as Arya's wolf ain't nowhere to be found, Cersei says, any wolf will do the job, and Sansa's will have to fill in. Also, Arya's friend got killed by this guy. Ned claims that the direwolf is of the north, so he should do it, and it shouldn't be left to a butcher, so he takes out Old Yeller himself, which somehow seemingly awakens Bran from his coma.